Come on, look in here. Chicken, basil, bit of chili, bit of sauce. Let's give it a go. Hi guys, how you all doing? Welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today we're going to make a green curry. Now in the UK you don't have the ready-made curry paste that you have in Thailand, and you don't have the ingredients to make the curry paste. But you know, you can buy a green curry paste like that, which is produced in Thailand by Mae Ploy, and it's sold in Sainsburys and a few other outlets in the UK. So we are going to use this today. Now normally I would make a green curry and I would split the coconut milk, add the curry paste. To cook with this stuff you have to put a little bit of oil in, cook the curry paste, and then carry on with the coconut milk. So it's very easy, very simple, but we don't have all the ingredients, and I'll show you those as we go along. In fact, we're only missing one or two. We're missing two ingredients only, and I'll tell you where I got the ingredients from that I have now, so you can make a fantastic green curry at home. Let's show you how to do it. Come on. Right guys, like we say, we've got a little bit of a different ingredients here. You know, we're actually going to use some white mushrooms. We don't have the round eggplants or the little pea eggplants, but we are going to use aubergine, you know, which is an eggplant. So we're going to cut this first, and obviously it's quite large, so what we're going to do, we're actually going to take the top off, cut it in half, and then cut this into sections and put in water to stop it from browning. So we'll crack on with that first. I'll just chuck this board to one side, and we'll use this little green board. Just put that over there. Now, so all we're going to do is we're going to cut this straight across there. Straight across, nice and steady. And don't forget, this is an eggplant, this aubergine. And then what we're going to do is slice that in half. Nice and steady. And we're going to put this to one side. For the aubergine, guys, we are going to slice it straight down there like that. So we've cut that in half, and what we'll do is we'll cut these in half again. Now it's not going to cook long in there at all, but we're going to use both of these. Alright, and then all we're going to do is we're going to slice these into about inch pieces. So nice and steady, cube it up into about inch pieces, and that has got to go in water. Submerge it in water to stop it from browning. Has to go in. So do the same with the other one. In the water. Job done. Now the mushrooms, guys, I've already cleaned and I've taken out the tail end. Chilies. Chili we're going to slice on a bias. You know, this is really just for show. So just nice and steady across there like that. Now I'm not bothered about the seeds, but that's up to you guys. So there we go. We've got some nice red chili for the colour. So what we'll do is we'll just push that to one side. And then we've got these, you know. Now Kaffir lime leaves are essential as an ingredient in Thai cooking, and these smell fantastic. And you know where they came from? The frozen section inside a Chinese supermarket. So these have been frozen. They're absolutely perfect. Now with the Kaffir lime leaves, we have to strip the Kaffir lime leaf out. So just pull that out of there. We don't want that bit. Now it might not all come out, not to worry if it doesn't all come out, but it should split across. So we want that stringy end out of there. Definitely take that stringy end out now, because these have been frozen. So pull that out of there, chuck it to one side. We don't want that rubbish. Let's bob it over there. And I'll do the same with all of these. Let's have that out of there. Now if it splits, don't worry about it. Let's not make a big deal. But there is a decent piece of the middle bit of the Kaffir lime leaf that we need to take out, the stem. So just pull it out, nice and easy. So all we're going to do, because we're making green curry, we're just going to rip it through. You know, we don't really want slices like we would do with a Penang curry. So just rip it through. We just want bits of that flavour in there, you know. That's good enough. Shove it to one side, job done. Right, we got basil leaves, guys, you know. Now in Thailand, the basil leaf would probably be about a third of that size. So all we're going to do is we're going to actually just cut it across a little bit, not much. So just cut it across, nice and still. We're not bothered about the stems. You don't have to go too bananas with that, that's okay. That's absolutely fine. Now this pack of basil leaves, you know, I'm just going to take those few stems off there. I don't want stems in everything. This pack of basil leaves was about 69 pence, that's all. But this is one of the essential flavours in a green curry. This is going to wilt down in the curry anyway, you know, and this is actually going to help with the green colouring inside the curry. So get that off there, we don't want that. Throwing it all to one side, I'll have it all to clean up afterwards. And that's good enough, just give that a rip through. That's fine, don't want that. Job done. So what we'll do is we'll just bob that back in that bowl actually, just to make it a little bit tidier. Right, I'm only going to do 2 chicken breasts, guys. They're not very big. In there. So we're going to take some of this rubbish off here. We don't want all this rubbish on there, you know, and probably that bit there, look, we don't want that. And then all we're going to do is some reasonable thick slices. Okay, now that's just the end, so we just got to come in there like that. Now if you can, try and cut it on a bit of an angle. If you cut it on a bit of an angle, you get a wider piece of chicken. That'll do. So nice and steady. Try and get a little bit of an angle on, and it makes your chicken slice a little bit bigger. There we go. That's the ingredients, guys. All we got to do now is crack on and make this green curry. Oh, a little bit of a flame on there, hold it down. Turn it down to low. Put our pan on, and we're going in with a little bit of oil. Maybe it's too much, but a little bit of oil. And then we're going to go in with this Mae Ploy curry paste. So let's have the lid off there. Never been used before, look, so we probably need a pair of scissors to get into it. Right, a little tip, guys, is just to give it a taste. You know? Taste your paste. Wow! Spicy as heck, very salty. Do not add any salt to this. Right, we want about 2 tablespoons of this in there. So, nice and steady. In fact, we don't even have to use a tablespoon, do we? We know what a tablespoon looks like. About that much. Maybe it's a little bit more. About that, that'll do. And all we're going to do is we're going to give that a little bit of a stirring round in there and cook it in there. Cook out some of that rawness in that paste. And by heck, it is strong. Oh, there's a fantastic smell coming out of here already. Nice and steady, just cook off that paste a little bit. Ooh-wee. Oh, that's quite a strong smell in there actually. That really is. Nice and steady in there, look. Right, there's a heck of a smell coming out of here. There's a real strong aroma. We're going to go in with a little bit of coconut milk in there, and we're just going to cook it all in there, nice and steady. Oh, now that is a fantastic smell. So as soon as you've got that cooked off there, guys, back in with a little bit more milk. Only about that much. Let's just cook that in there nice and steady. Wowza! That is super duper strong, and I ain't kidding. The thing is, where I'm cooking now, there's no extraction fan above there. I'm getting the full curry aroma up the old nasal passage. Woo. Fantastic. Now all we're doing here, guys, we're just giving it a stir. We don't want to burn this, you know. We want to keep it moving a little bit. Let's not burn it up. And then we're going to whack the chicken in here. That is a wonderful aroma. Now all we need to do now is whack that chicken in. And all that goes in there. Let's get our chicken cooking in there with that. Give it a bit of a stir in there. And then we'll start to cook this chicken down in here. Now this is how to make a superb green curry at home. Right, so what we need to do, guys, give this a little stir around and mix up in here. We're going to bob a lid on here. Just nice and steady, turn it over, get that in there, and let's bob a lid on here. Now we have to be careful, we don't want to burn this now, so we're going to come down just a little bit. I'm going to let it all cook in there. That's it, that's simple, that's the first stage of this curry being made. Right, let's give this a looking at. Oh, look in there. Give it a stir over, and then what we're going to do, we're going to bob the rest of that coconut milk in there. It's quite noisy cooking in this pan actually. That's coming along quite nicely. And then let's chuck the rest of that in there. All in. Stir in, lid back on. Give it a good stir around, guys. Let's get the lid on and then we'll get some water to go in here. You know, we've got to make this a little bit soupy. So on there, let it come back up to temperature and we'll add some water. So another looking at. It's just starting to boil there, look guys. Nice and steady. And then what we're going to do, we've got to gauge what we've got on the side. So that is quite a lot of ingredients there, you know, with the eggplants and the mushrooms. So what we have to do, we have to gauge and add as much water as we think, just to bring up so everything cooks in there as a soup. So I reckon about that much. We'll give it a go. Let's bring that up to temperature and then we'll whack in our eggplant and our mushrooms. We might have to add a little bit more water yet. Let's just get it up to boiling. Okay, it's up to boiling there, look. Oops, steady. It's up to boiling a little bit, not too much, but enough. So we're going in with our mushrooms. Get our mushrooms in there. So we're just going to give that a little bit of a squeeze in here, just to see if there's any moisture comes out, but there's not really any moisture, to be fair. It's quite firm. But that's going in there. Get it in. Fantastic. You know, you could turn this into a really, really good veg green curry if you didn't have that chicken in there. For all you vegetarians. Okay. So let's just give that a little stir in there. Now don't forget, this thing's not going to take too long to cook. And there is going to be some fluid come out of here. Now I think with the fluid in here, what we've got there is just about perfect. So let's get that lid on there and it'll soften up just a little bit. You know, we don't want it to go mushy, but it'll be fine. Right, let's just give this a little bit of a stir. Just get in there. Only wants about another minute. And then we'll chuck our fish sauce, kaffir lime leaves and sugar in there. Nice and steady. Okay, what we need to be doing is chucking our kaffir lime leaves in there. Give it that little bit of flavour, cook through there. We want about, oh, I don't know, about a tablespoon of fish sauce. So let's just dunk that in there. Green curry, you know, it has that fish sauce flavour going through it and that aroma. And we want about a tablespoon of sugar. Now you can use palm sugar, any sugar, I'm using brown sugar. Give that a mix in. And then we want to put the lid back on. And all we're going to do is give it a minute and we'll give it a taste test. It smells fantastic. So just give it a minute, let all those flavours get in there, and then we'll give it the old taste test. Right, let's give it a taste test. Oh, it's boiling away there, we might have to turn this down. We don't want all that going to mush in there. So let's have that turned down. You know, we're at the finishing stages. So get that in there. And let's see what that tastes like. Oh wow. Guys. Oh wow. That is really, really good. It's full of flavour. That is superb. All we need to do now is chuck our basil leaves in and our chilli. Now don't forget, the chilli is not there for heat really, it's there for colour. And then we want to get all those basil leaves in there. So that's going to make it that green curry. I'll just give it a stir in, let it cook for a minute with the lid on, and that'll be it. As easy as that, guys. Fantastic green curry made right here in the UK. Put the lid on for a minute and then we'll be turning it off. And that's it. Turn it off, serve it up. Easy. So let's serve this up. Come on, look in here. Chicken, basil, bit of chilli, bit of sauce. Let's give it a go. Oh wow. Actually, that's got a little bit of a spice to it actually. That is delicious. Give this mushroom a go. Bit of mushroom, bit of aubergine, little bit of basil. Oh, come on. That is superb. That is absolutely superb. So what you got to be doing really, we've got to be eating it with the rice. A bit daft really, eating it all out of a bowl. Because it is a little bit spicy actually, guys. So get that on there. Nice and steady. Oh, look at that. Get that in there. Oh. Oh. That is fantastic. You know, using these mushrooms was an absolutely cracking idea. They're still firm. They don't taste mushroomy. Nice and meaty. They are really good in this. That is fantastic. Now that's a good choice of veg in this country, guys. And that curry paste. That is how to make green curry at home in the UK. So easy, delicious. In fact, it's very warm in this curry paste. It's a good job we didn't put any more in. My nose is running. Not bad for a cold night in the UK. Delicious, guys. Now if you like what we're doing, don't forget, smash that like and subscribe, share with your friends, all that kind of stuff. Catch you in the next video.